We believe the price of Bitcoin will scale. I think to our bull case is $1.5 million. The reason that younger people like our strategies is for the same reason they put up with the volatility, and ours have been extremely volatile, especially lately, is because they know we're doing the research. And they know this is the way the world is going to work. So the fortitude of young people has been enhanced by the Bitcoin movement. This is what I've been waiting for since they closed the gold window in 1971. The reason that younger people like our strategies is for the same reason they put up with the volatility, and ours have been extremely volatile, especially lately, is because they know we're doing the research and they know this is the way the world is going to work. So they will do the right thing, which is, okay, average in, or however they do it. I have found the fortitude of young people has been enhanced by the Bitcoin movement in terms of our strategy. There's no way we should have retained the assets, in the old world that we have, except for the younger people coming in, and people, not just younger, but people who are very interested in the research, how the world is going to work, not how it has worked. We're in the biggest moment of, disruptive innovation in history, with Bitcoin a prime example.
In this captivating video, Cathie Wood offers a brilliant analogy of Bitcoin as the future of sound money for the entire world. She shares how her Bitcoin journey began and dives deep into the thesis behind her bullish prediction for Bitcoin's price by 2030. For Cathie, Bitcoin is more than just a digital asset. It's a revolutionary idea that could reshape the global financial system as we know it. She explains how money has been manipulated ever since 1913, when President Woodrow Wilson signed the Federal Reserve Act, ending decentralized finance. Cathie believes Bitcoin is the key to reversing that, positioning it as a powerful force for the future and for generations to come. As we bring you more clips from the interview, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more video like this. You can join the conversation by dropping your thoughts, comments, and observations in the comment section below. Everything you do helps with YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel growth. Thank you and enjoy the video.
He said, this is what I've been waiting for since they closed the gold window in 1971. And I said, wow, this is a big idea. Now, this was when Bitcoin was at a $6 billion, we used to call it network value. I guess that more people now call it market cap. $6 billion back then. How big could this be? Well, how big is the U.S. monetary base? And back then it was $4.5 trillion. Today it's about a little over $7 trillion. And I was thinking, wow, that's a big idea. We were doing our due diligence on GBTC and they so wanted us to buy. They opened up their books. I mean, we saw everything because our compliance team just was not going to have anything unless, we knew everything that could go wrong. And we had to go and ask the New York Stock Exchange permission to put it in the ETF. And they said, okay, up to 1%.
Cathie Wood firmly believes that altering Bitcoin's 21 million supply cap is impossible, and that's exactly what has fueled its skyrocketing value over the last 15 years. During this time, Bitcoin has outperformed countless stocks and commodities assets, with growth that has left many in awe. For Cathie, this unchangeable limit is the cornerstone of her bold prediction, that Bitcoin will soar to $1.5 million by 2030. It's this scarcity and unmatched performance that solidifies her confidence in Bitcoin's future. Let's dive back into more clips from the video.
Ever since the beginning, we've had this conversation, and I think as I've tried to reconcile what our research suggests is going to happen here, after all, we are saying that we believe the price of Bitcoin will scale. I think to our bull case is $1.5 million. Let's go. As we move toward the system that you are talking about, Art, and already we are seeing the volatility is coming down. When it was $6 billion in network value or market cap. The volatility was like unbelievable. But we're seeing the volatility come down, and the world you're talking about is, how far out do you think? We think that price target is a 2030 price target. And how will the conversation change? Because, I know that one thing the core developers will not do is change that 21 million units.
The approval of 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs by the Fed in January 2024 has significantly bolstered Bitcoin's use case in the financial market. When asked for her thoughts on the Bitcoin ETF and Wall Street's evolving perception, Cathie Wood had some insightful perspectives to share. Here's what Cathie had to say as she delves into how this move is reshaping the future of Bitcoin in traditional finance.
Larry Fink's conversion was very important. That was a moment. Remember, he was denigrating Bitcoin for years, very focused on the environmental side of it. The most interesting thing is it really has not hit yet, because the big platform, we call them wirehouses. So Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, LPL would be an independent one, UBS. None has approved them for the platform.
As major financial institutions like Wells Fargo begin to embrace Bitcoin, Cathie Wood sees this as a pivotal moment. According to Cathie, these institutions are closely watching as Bitcoin derivatives expand across different layers, pulling more players into the crypto space. Notably, Wells Fargo announced this September that it would begin introducing Bitcoin ETFs to its clients, while the Kamala Harris campaign has started accepting donations in Bitcoin and crypto. Reflecting on what's changed since Cathie's last update, she puts it perfectly. They're all waiting in queues for one institution to say it's okay to go. Now, let's jump back to more clips from the video.
We were told by the most progressive of all of them, we need 3 to 6 months. Okay, so now we're 6 months in. And I'm sure at one point, price hit 70. They thought, we can't put, this is very volatile. We can't put our clients in this. We'll wait for a correction. The correction was much more shallow than they expected. There was one immediately after launch. But no one jumped on the recent one, which is interesting. So I think they're still trying to get their arms around it. They probably have to hire analysts to support them, because otherwise it's on the management team's backs. This is their risk. So I think they'll have to get a little bit of an infrastructure going. And we're starting to see that. We're also starting to see some demand pull from clients, which is good. That will get top management to make the investments in the research team to make this happen. So it's a slow process, but, despite what seems to be a wonderful success, it hasn't even begun. And this is all deepening the liquidity of the market, which is that's a lot of what they're studying right now. How liquid is this market? Do we need derivatives? We'll wait for they will use, I think, when one goes though, the others will follow quickly. So I don't know if they'll wait another 6 to 9 months for derivatives. Maybe. I think someone will jump the gun before that, especially because it's become such a big campaign issue. And you've got, former President Trump, taking donations in crypto. Wow, that was surprising. But saying that he would guarantee the right to self-custody, very big in this community, right? Very, very, very big. Focusing on the miners and saying, yeah, America first. Yeah, we need them here. That's great. That was wonderful. And then, of course, what happened in Congress, the idea that the FIT 21, so Financial Innovation Technology of the 21st Century Act, FIT 21, got 76 or 78 Democratic votes in the House. Nobody expected that on Wall Street. Maybe that was becoming current wisdom, but that was big, I think, in terms of what I just said. The financial markets are waiting for cues to say, okay, it's okay to go. It's okay to go.
And that's a wrap for today's video, where we dove deep into Cathie Wood's visionary thesis on Bitcoin and her bold prediction of it reaching 1.5 million by 2030. From her take on Bitcoin's big picture potential to the wave of upcoming adoptions fueled by thorough evaluations and due diligence, it's clear the future looks bright for BTC. We hope you found value in Cathie's insights, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. Share your comments and insights below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to help us reach more viewers, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.